Hey Dukes,
So,
what do you believe?
so I'm a left accelerationist.
You're a what?
Left accelerationist.
What does that mean?
Basically, the core premise of accelerationism is that the only way out of capitalism is through. So you kind of have to see out the development of the productive forces till its logical conclusion, which hopefully is the end of history, communism.
Well, so you believe in communism?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you believe in violence?
violence,
Yeah.
like political violence.
Yeah.
I think if necessary.
But, so when's it necessary?
Um, it if it I mean, I don't want to paint a broad utilitarian stroke, but if it's in service of, or if it helps the workers movement, I think it fit like strategically.
That sounds like a very broad spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like anybody has like a plan, or like a any way to like avoid violence. Or but it's like you want to think about like communism, like revolution, like where we're at right now. It's like serfs trying to imagine like what capitalism is, like digital capitalism is now. Like it's not like it's not something we can really like picture. It's just something we have to see out.
So you want a government,
I don't want a government.
but so don't communists believe in government? So
Not in the end.
so do you mean you're an anarchist then?
Well, like anarchists, the core difference between like anarchists and Marxists is nothing but it's the same end goal, but it's just strategy. The Marxist strategy, it kind of involves more there's more emphasis on like seizure of state political power, whereas anarchists kind of just want to burn everything down. But it's same goal in the end. And honestly, really, what communism is free association. It's just free association at a point where at like a post scarcity point. Those I think those are the only like two key factors in what would be like a global communist society.
Yeah, but I mean, in theory, communists want everything to be shared, don't they?
I mean, not shared, but nothing owned.
Yeah. So if you don't own anything, it's shared, isn't it?
Like owned, Marx made like communists in the past have made a distinction between personal. You might have heard this argument before, but like the distinction between personal and private property, something like your house, like your personal possessions. That's personal property. That's none of anyone's business. But what is called private property, which is property that is used for the express purpose of creating profit, something like a factory, like the means of production. That's what that's what we don't believe in ownership of.
But I thought Karl Marx said he doesn't want any property for anything.
Private property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, personal property is still private, isn't it?
No, it's just a distinction between it's semantic of it. It's just, like in that definition, it's private property is just property that's used to create profit.
Okay. Do you have any other beliefs?
Do I have any other beliefs? Um, I don't know. I think Mr. Thug Isolation by Lil Ugly Mane is one of the best rap albums of all time.
What do you think of animal rights?
Animal rights. I think it's an interesting cause. But at the end of the day, I think the struggles that they are focusing on are kind of symptoms of broader issues. So it's not. I don't think it's productive to divert that much attention to it.
Well, I mean, if we switch to communism, like if everyone still believes it's okay to eat animals, you'd still have like factory farms and things, wouldn't you?
I mean, not necessarily.
But I can't see there not being factory farms unless people change what it is they buy. You know,
I mean, there's like lab grown meat and stuff. They're like,
not yet.
I mean, not yet, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna sit here and try to predict the diet of somebody living in a far off communist future. Like that's just not productive.
Well, we might not have a communist future.
I mean, maybe not, but I don't think I think there's I think there's only a communist future or no future.
Why do you say that?
I think capitalism doesn't have the principles within it to maintain itself and maintain the environment around it. And I think we're headed for ecological collapse that will fuck us up. I mean, it's not going to fuck the earth up. The earth's been through much worse, but like fuck us up. And I think the abolition of private property and marching towards a society based on free association and kind of seeing out the productive forces of capital to the point where post scarcity is possible is the like I don't even believe like it's ethical in any way. Like I don't believe in ethics, but I just think it's like the only thing we got.
What do you mean you don't believe in ethics?
Um, I don't know. I just don't like when you kind of get bogged down in that in like it's just far too subjective, more or less. Like if you have a concrete political goal, like you don't want to get bogged down in like different ideas of how you should go about things. You should like ethically, you should do what's best strategically.
So you think anything should be done as long as it's successful?
Successful in yeah, more or less.
That sounds like a disaster.
I mean, it's not like I'm looking for political power.
I don't know. It just sounds like it could
Like
end up in just a messy war.
I mean, probably, but but like like I said before, I don't think there's much of a choice. Like at the point we're at in like the ecological crisis.
I don't know, that just sounds nuts.